Hi friends, today we're going to learn a new chapter called geometry, right? It's quite interesting chapter. I really love this chapter, but main thing is there you should have the all fundamental concepts. Once you'll get all the concepts, all the fundamental basics things of geometry, of course I'm sure you'll love this chapter, right? So I will suggest you please watch all the videos and get all the concepts of geometry. Of course you will be loving this chapter and you'll get a very good marks in this chapter, I'm sure, right? So let's start geometry. And I want to start geometry from a point, right? What is point exactly? That study. So to get the good concept of point, suppose I have some pencils, right? These are my pencils of different sizes, of different uh, sharpness, right? It is a much more blunt pencil, you can say. This first pencil is much more blunt. This is second pencil, which is more sharper than the first one, and the third pencil is more sharper than the second one, or you can say out of these three and out of these two, and this fourth pencil is the most sharp among these. And here the fifth one is the sharpest one among these all, right? This is the sharpest one. This is blunt, more sharp, more sharp, more sharp, and more sharp. This is the most sharp here, right? And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark a dot from different pencils. From the first pencil I'm going to mark a dot. Then I will get probably like this, right? This kinds of dot I will get. And now I'm going to mark with the second pencil. And if I'll mark this dot with the second pencil, I'll get something like this, right? And again I'm going to mark with the third pencil, with this third pencil, right? And I think probably I'll get like this, right? Now I'm going to mark a dot with the fourth pencil, and with the fourth pencil almost I'll get like this, something like this, right? And now I'm going to mark a dot with the fifth pencil, right? And how I'm getting, let me show you, something like this, right? Something like this. And now, you know, as the sharpness of the pencil is increasing, the thinness, or the point, or sorry, the this dot, right? The size of the dot is also going thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner, right? As the size is increasing, means the sharpness is increasing, this is going more thinner, 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 and so thin, right? And you can get some idea, right? It is, dot is something, if the tip of this pencil is more sharper than this, much more sharper than this, right? Infinitely you can say sharp, it is so much sharp, then how it will be, it will be, it's and once you will get and you wants to make a dot like structure with such a pencil, then you'll get something, like this structure, more thinner. And here exactly you will get the idea of the point is something, the thinnest dot, you can say, very infinitely small, very thin, you can say, point, right? That is exactly the point, or the dot that is very almost invisible, teeny dot, right? A teeny dot, that is exactly the point. And you'll get the idea of point from that infinitely small teeny dot, right? That dot is exactly the point. You got me, I think, right? So uh, point simply give you the idea of a location or a position, right? And we generally denote a point by some alphabet number, like A, right? uh, or some like B, right? Or suppose this is C, or suppose this is D, right? Generally we represents the point by the alphabet, capital alphabet, right? So here suppose I'm writing another point, that is P point, right? So this is exactly the point, and this point give you the location, the position, right? Something like that. Okay, so in geometry we'll be using a lot this point, right? uh, there is a lot of fast use of point, so you should get the idea of point. So it is infinitely very small, right? Very thin, invisible teeny dot it is, right? You can simply say point is a invisible teeny dot like a structure. Okay, so after learning point, I want to talk about a line segment. What is a line segment? Okay, this is point, right? We learned now point. Now we are going to learn line segment. What is line segment, right? So to get the idea of line segment, let's take a paper sheet, right, like this. Suppose this white sheet I'm taking, and now I'm going to fold this, right? Let's fold this from the middle or somewhere like this, right? Let me change the color. Okay, from here I'm just going to fold it, right? I'm going to fold this paper, and now what happened to this paper? Once I will fold this, you'll see something like this, right? See, what are you looking here? Here and here. See, this color. See, from here to here, what are you looking? You're looking something, you know. Here you're looking something. What is that? Yeah, here actually you'll get the concept of line segment. This is exactly the line segment. Here, one, this is one point, and this is another point, right? Suppose this is A point, and this is B point, and this is going to join. This both points are going to be joined by a, you can say, the joiner, right? It's just a joiner of the 2 points, you can say. That is line segment, right? Suppose here is a point A, and here is a point B, and the joiner of these 2 points. Now this both points I'm going to join, right? This is exactly the line segment. Or you can you can also say that the joiner of the line segment are also, there are many kinds of joiners like this. This is also a joiner, right? This is also a joiner, right? And this part is also joiner. This is also a joiner, right? So how can we say that joiner is the line segment? So such a joiner which is the shortest joiner between the 2 points, right? So this AB will be called the, if this is the shortest one among the shortest one, the shortest joiner of point A and B, right? This is point A and this is point B. So the shortest joiner is called the line segment, right? This is exactly the line segment, right? You can get many kinds of objects you have seen in your daily life, right? That exactly tells us that they are the line segment. You can see here some of example I have collected. Now see, this is our tube light, right? We often have seen this. This is one point, right? And this is another point, and this both 2 points are connected, connector, or you can say joiner, right? This connected, this segment, this is not a straight light, but it should be a straight. Actually I'm doing it with my hand, so that's why it's not going to be that much straight, right? So this straight connector of this point A and this point B, or any point, it may be something P or Q, whatever you can give, right? This connector is exactly the line segment, right? And here also, see, the 2 edges of this postcard, one is here and another is here, right? So this both edges are connected with a line, right? That line is that connector is exactly the line segment, the shortest connector between the 2 points. Suppose this is M point and this is N point, right? And the shortest connector is exactly the line segment. And now, you know, in book you will see there are many representation method of line segment. Generally we represent a line segment just like, suppose this is AB line segment, then we'll be writing AB together, and we'll be giving a line segment like there, like this overhead, right? In the head we'll be writing like this. This shows the, this is exactly the representation, right? Representation of line segment, right? This is the representation of line segment. So simply, suppose there are now another point, suppose I'm taking, suppose this is P and this is Q point, right? And both are being connected. So this yellow color connector, or this yellow color connector, means it is a line segment, that is PQ line segment. So how you will represent this? You'll simply write first PQ, and you will get a arrow, just like a line overhead, right? In the head you will be writing a line. This shows that PQ is a line segment, right? So this is the symbolic representation of line segment. Now after learning the line segment, we should know, we should get the ideas of line. What is line?